I was gonna say there's something about what's in the water in Detroit right now between yourself. We talked about Cash Kid, Babytron, just these like great one-liners that you're just like, oh shit, or it's like, especially with the sports bars and shit. Like, there's something about the sports bars that you have that Cash Kid's got, that Babytron's got, where you're just like, Jesus, they kind of got to know, like the random NBA references and shit. Like, what's your favorite bar you have in your phone right now that you've written recently? Like, give me a line. Give me a one line that you just wrote recently. You're like, ooh, when people hear this.
My new way I kill people, I let them live.
Oh, I like that. That's deep.
Yeah, I said I found a new way to kill people. I just let them live.
That's deep. I look forward to, well, I don't look forward to it, but you know what's coming. There's going to be so many people making these Titanic submarine bars in the next like 2 weeks.
I don't want to make fun of the people dying.
No, they died. I feel like it's fucked up what's happening because it's like a lot of people lost their life and it's become like a joke online.
I think there's no censor on people in the world no more, and that's a big deal. Like that, I think that's a big deal to me. Like people making fun of people dying and stuff. That's not like when you do it in your own household or something. It's cool. Like when.
But why put that into the world for the world to consume? Why add to that?
People like laughing at negative stuff, like going online and trying to say the most negative stuff possible. It's not funny to me.
How do you try to disconnect from like reading comments or like paying too much attention to some of the online shit?
I used to not read them. Like I used to not read them, and it's not just because it's negative. It's just be like I don't want to get caught up. And like, I know fame is a drug. Like when you high, you high. When you low, you low. But I read them now, and I laugh at them. I do all, because I know myself. I'm strong enough not to care. I don't care.
You don't think subconsciously it might somehow like be up there?
No, because I know how to decipher fact from fiction. So it'd be like, if you say this, I know this ain't true. And if you say this, I know it is true. So you do got the right to say that because it's true. And then it just be like, I use a lot of it for motivation or like, I'm my biggest critic. So I just be wanting to see what people do and don't like about me. So.
Do you feel like, because I feel like you've improved immensely over the last few years just as an artist, as a rapper. Do you ever go back and listen to like stuff or hear stuff that's like maybe a few years old and be like, damn, I'm so much better now. Like my shit is.
I swear, I listen to a lot of stuff and my voice be like you say, I got bigger and stuff. And then my voice used to crack and I used to be like sounding like a real little kid. So yeah, I was listening. Somebody was telling me a song that I made a few years ago. And I was telling them like, man, I sound like a kid. That shit was trash for sure. I do that all the time.
How important is it for you to keep like pushing yourself as an MC? Because you care about. I feel like you're a high level rapper. You know what I'm saying?
I talked to Chris Brown one time, like a couple weeks ago. I was at his rehearsal with T, and I asked him like, "How do you stay grounded?" And he told me, "I act like I didn't accomplish nothing." So I think that's most important. You act like you, just like my coach used to tell me when I get in the end zone, act like I've been there before. So I just act like I don't do nothing. That's the biggest thing that somebody done told me in a while. Chris Brown told me that I act like he haven't accomplished anything.
Because if you let your recent shit get to your head, you're gonna get lazy.
Get lazy.
Yeah. Get complacent. Sure. Complacency is the worst shit ever, man.
Yeah.
Chris, that's a nice. Just hanging with Chris Brown? Mm-hmm. Is he a fan?
I don't think he's a fan.
Not yet he is.
He remembered me from when I met him with Sada a few years ago. That's one of the most humblest people I met. From my experience, my top two celebrities I ever met was G Herbo and Chris Brown, for real.
And you work with G Herbo?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was cool as hell. Like
also like the nicest guy ever.
Swear to God,
the most humble, cool motherfucker alive. Mm-hmm. Like he recorded a lot of his album from like a couple years ago in my old studio that you recorded at. G Herbo's the best.
I swear to God, I love him like a brother. I just met him a few months ago. He just one of the nicest, humblest people, like you said.
And he's like one of the most like emotionally wise artists I've ever met. Like he's very self-aware. He's aware of like what he says, how it can affect shit, and like super man. I love G for sure. He's a great What's coming? I mean, obviously the deluxe just dropped, but you already know you got to have another album in the pipeline.
Yeah, I'm trying to drop an album in August or September. I'm just working on making the music. I want this, when I do this album, I want it to be like the best music I ever put out. Like, I got a few records that I know gon' go, and then I'm just working to fill in some records. Like, I know, like on a mixtape, it could be like, some people might not like this, some people might like this, everybody like this. I want every song to be at like that. On
Just
the album.
nonstop, no skips.
No
Got to have
skip.
no skips.
For sure.